Sunday evening essentials and early week insights here at the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. I'm meteorologist Matt Noyes. Before we dive into it, we got a big storm on the way with wind and rain and some warm air too. You can track it all with our app. It's free. It's 5 stars. It's waiting for you in the App Store and Google Play. Just search the number 1 degree outside weather. All right. Meanwhile, this evening and tonight really isn't bad. The temperature is going to level off. We'll call it about 38. Admittedly, a lot of folks, particularly in the northern half of New England, do get a little bit cooler than that. You can see we go below freezing in northern New England, but the temperature will come back up again before any precipitation moves back in. The school day feels like forecast over the next few days is crazy. Crazy for the way it changes. So on Monday, you're feeling like 37 getting out the door. You're feeling like 58 by the time we get after school. Actual temperatures getting up near 60 and staying there into Monday evening and night as we get rain and downpours and even embedded thunderstorms in there. Then a big cold front comes through. And look at this. We feel like the 30s all day Tuesday, but we don't stop there. By Wednesday, it feels like 12 at the bus stop in the morning, and it feels like about the upper 20s by the middle and end of the day. So what's going on here? Well, it's a really strong storm coming through the Great Lakes. It'll be tracking across southern Canada, but it's pulling a couple of fronts with it. Red line, a warm front, leading edge to warmer air. Blue line, a cold front, the return of colder air. We will get through both of those between Monday and Monday night. In terms of timing things out, just in the next 24 hours, because this is your evening essentials, you can see the rain starting up between about 4 and 5 in the morning for a lot of us. The farther north you go, again, temperatures generally rising above the melting point before precipitation moves in. It is a rainy commute on Monday morning. Keep in mind, you've got some leftover melting snow. Not everybody has that, but certainly the ground is still moist in a lot of spots from that snow that has melted and gone into the ground. So that means there's going to be a lot of runoff. And that means there's going to be some big puddles, some ponding of water. Be careful for hydroplaning when you're out there on the highways in particular, some big puddles around our downtowns. And notice that there's some heavy downpours in here through the morning. There may be an isolated rumble of thunder that can get going in the morning hours as well. There's actually a better chance of that during the course of the midday, late morning, midday into the afternoon. It becomes a little bit more what we call cellular. Everything becomes a little bit more broken up rather than a big swath of rain. But that actually does give you a little bit better chance to get some embedded thunder in here, especially as we get through the afternoon and even into the early evening hours on Monday. In terms of the overview on the wind, this system does have a lot of wind with it, not only on the back side of the system coming through the UP of Michigan, but also on the front side, the wind will be increasing. So as the storm center strengthens and a new storm center develops in upstate New York, that kind of increases a corridor, a narrow one, of southerly wind for us that will be capable of causing damage during the overnight Monday night. By pre-dawn Tuesday, that corridor has gone by. Actually, by pre-dawn Tuesday, the rain has gone by and much drier, much chillier air is moving in. So that's the overview on how we see things kind of breaking down with regard to the wind field. That's the end of Evening Essentials. Time to dive in now with your early week insights. So early week insights, of course, the deep dive into meteorology over the next several days, a look at the why behind the forecast. You can always watch any of our videos, including this one, streaming on New England's only weather network. That's on your smart TV and the YouTube app. Search for 1 Degree Outside Network online at 1degreeoutside.live or in our app. It's linked right atop the home screen. Let's dive into it and show you what's going on here. We're going to start out with the overview of what's happening. Basically, you've got a powerful low pressure center coming in through Ontario and Quebec, a cold front that'll be dragged through New England during the overnight on Monday night. Just ahead of that front is where we get the greatest focus of wind, and also you're going to get downpours with embedded thunder. And once it goes by, look how we change things. We dry it out significantly. We get colder air that snaps in. There's some snow showers that may accumulate just a little bit in parts of northern New England on Tuesday morning. And we wait on the next disturbances that indicate that winter's not totally dead yet. No, you've got one that it looks like there's probably not enough moisture. We'll talk about that on Wednesday night. But you get another one Thursday night. You get another one Friday night. You get another one as we get toward the end of next weekend. So Monday high temperatures jumping up to about 60 or better in some spots. That all courtesy of a southerly wind. The downpours ongoing out of the gate in the morning. And we're covering that, of course, in both evening essentials and in the early morning forecast on Monday as well. But bottom line, as we get to the midday and afternoon, the chance of embedded thunder continues to rise in there. It may not be that same solid shield of rain, but you've got the chance of getting a thunderstorm kind of worked in there. As we get toward evening, the rain begins to fill in again. We get another shot of what will be some heavier downpours going into the late evening and night. And once that cold front comes by, maybe one more shot at thunder before you dry it out. And notice by the morning commute Tuesday, Very different from the morning commute on Monday, or even the evening commute Monday for that matter as well. Here's what I mean about a couple of snow showers left over in the mountains in North Country on Tuesday. They may try and come all the way down to the Berkshires by the time we get to the end of the day. In terms of when the worst wind is going to be, that's overnight Monday night. It's windy during the day on Monday. We're talking about gusts that may still be able to come to about 45 or 50 on Monday afternoon. But Monday overnight into the wee hours of Tuesday morning is that quick shot of wind that may exceed 60 miles per hour in some parts of southeast New England, may exceed 50 miles an hour in gusts in eastern portions of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. And for the rest of us, gusts probably about 40 to 50. And notice by Tuesday, it's still gusty, but a different direction. Not coming out of the south anymore, coming out of the west, and the damaging threat will be done. So out of these winds, you are going to certainly churn the seas. I think we're talking about the waves picking up so that overnight Monday night, you've got a 17-foot sea at Wilkinson Basin, but the wind is coming out of the south. It's not necessarily on shore. So while you may get some pounding surf along the coast of Maine, not talking about a real coastal flood influence out of this one. Wind damage, absolutely a possibility. We think it'll be scattered outages that will occur. The farther inland you go, perhaps the more it's isolated, although in some of the hilly terrain, you get significant winds as well. So we should all be in the mindset that you may lose power, especially that overnight Monday night. I can tell you that the waves start to come down a bit as we get into Tuesday. More so, though, you need to wait into Wednesday and Thursday to get those waves to ease off just a little bit as the wind eases off as well. Here's that snap of colder air Monday night. Good question would be, are we going to freeze up Monday night? And the answer to that is no, for the vast majority of us. We may in some parts of northern and western New England, where the temperature drops into the 20s by dawn Tuesday. Most of us stay just above that freezing mark. And in terms of those snow showers on early Tuesday morning, we're thinking probably a fraction of an inch across a good portion of Vermont. Although when you get into the high terrain of the greens, we may get a little enhancement, particularly if a lake effect snow band finds its way into some of the greens, which we think may happen in the central and northern Green Mountains on Tuesday. So there may be some local enhancement out of that. Notice high temperatures Tuesday, very different from the 60 degrees of Monday, right? Running about 30s and 40s. It will still be gusty, but again, not damaging. What it's doing is carrying in cold enough air that low temperatures Tuesday night are dropping down to the teens and even single digits. Here we go again. We've got the cold air coming back. It is. I mean, by Wednesday, you're talking about highs in the 30s. And as we showed you in this school day feels like forecast, we're talking about what will end up being feels like temperatures in the 20s all day Wednesday. Wednesday night, lows in the 20s. Thursday, likely to find what will be the approach of the next system. And that really is reflected here in the atmospheric energy. You've got the first system that's kind of mostly lock, stock, and barrel in Canada, right? Of course, some of that energy swings through us. Then there's a break, a little bit of energy on Wednesday night. Looks like there's just not enough moisture to do anything with it. And the next round of energy comes through on Thursday night. Another one ready to drop in right here, a stronger one on Friday night. And as we get toward the end of the weekend, we still don't think we're done, meaning going out to next weekend. Take a look at the jet stream. Generally, you've got a pretty active northern stream of the jet here that's coming in out of the northwest. That's going to feed you continued disturbances. And it also means you're very close to plentiful cold air that's still across eastern Canada. So much like we talked about in pattern predictions, and there'll be a new one on Monday for you here, but we do not think that winter is dead, even though, yes, we're past midwinter, we're past the deepest of it as well. There still may be some times we get wintry mix, even into southern New England, over the course of the next couple of weeks here, looking out at the way the pattern's set up. Just a reminder, if you love this stuff, you want to support the mission or get some exclusive extra content, membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And during this storm, or even on the sunny days, if you've got any plans at all, use our app, please. It's for you. It's free. It's 1 Degree Outside Weather on the App Store and Google Play. It's got 5 stars. I think it'll make your life easier and better. That's the way it looks for now. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We will, of course, continue to keep you posted with everything going on. Our early morning videos and special updates will go live if we need to during the course of the storm.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this 1 Degree Outside video.
Get exclusive content, support the mission at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. And don't forget, free and 5 stars on the App Store and Google Play. Search the number 1 Degree Outside Weather.